You probably see guys on YouTube and in magazines and stuff like that all the time. Big flash boats, electric motor sounders, all the gear. You probably think it costs an absolute fortune. You know what, it can do, but there's a cheap way to go about it as well. My son Cody, who you probably see on heaps of my fishing videos, has recently just got his boat license, and he picked up an old crappy boat off Facebook. We paid $1,500 for it. The only reason why we paid that much money was because it had an electric motor that was actually working. But have a look at this boat. There's holes in the floor, there's rubbish everywhere. It's been sitting out in the weather for years. Look, it was a piece of crap. But we bought it home because it had potential. It was an old Savage hull, and the thing we liked about the hull was that the center bench seat was missing, so it was nice and open. So we went to work, started scrubbing up. We scrubbed the trailer, we scrubbed the hull, and we got it to a point where we had something to work with. We cleaned years of leaves and dirt and nuts and bolts and all sorts of crap in the bottom of that hull out, and we put a brand new floor in it. That gave us the foundation of what was really quite a good boat. So the next job was we had to put a battery in there. So we put a big deep cycle battery in there, did a brand new rewire on the boat, and also had an old sounder lying around the garage. But when we plugged it in, we had a few problems with it. So we went to BCF, bought a Lowrance hook sounder for $150 that had GPS and everything on it, plugged that thing in, so it's a brand new sounder that cost us next to nothing. And once it was all done, we put a floor in the back, we put a new fuel tank and everything in it. This whole project cost us under $2,500. It's a really cheap setup, but a fantastic little sports fishing boat. And you know what? Cody's going to catch heaps of barra and bass and big flathead and stuff out of it. And with all the big barra and bass and flathead that I've caught over the years, I've never landed one and thought to myself, you know what? I just wish I bought that or caught that in a nicer boat. It just doesn't happen. It's a crappy old looking boat, but you know what? It's going to teach Cody a lot about boating. And if you want to get your kids into boating, or you want to get yourself into boating and start off without spending a fortune, something like this is perfect. So give it a go.